Hello, strategy game fans. It's Rob here from eXplore here with Star Dynasties in its early access period, which I'm really excited to be showing because, first of all, it made our 2021 most anticipated list, and I really think this game has a lot of promise. I was playing it well before it had its publishing deal with Iceberg Interactive, and in my only video that I have on this channel, you should go check it out. There was just a lot of drama, the kind of drama that you would see from Game of Thrones or something even wilder on like some dayside soap opera or something, and I just really enjoyed it. It's very much a Crusader Kings in space, but it's got its own feel, its own flavor, which makes it feel unique to itself, and it's a game I want to show. So we're going to start with playing the guided tutorial. It's like a guided game that shows you, unlocks things slowly but surely, incrementally, as it says right here, and then it opens up. And from there, we can kind of do what we want to do. So it'll help you kind of get a good feel for how this game is and see what is in store for you. So let's go ahead and start. So we're going to, go through this. But basically, it's telling you that you can use right click to drag. And then, of course, you can zoom in and out. That's standard stuff. This is me. So this is my character. And it's Duke Alvin Goodman. And it shows key information that I need as far as like who I am and what I'm good at. And these are some of the things that I have as far as my traits and states. I like that. Nice little rhyming there. But basically, this is telling me that I'm a duke, I'm also a baron, I'm married, and so on and so forth. And then we have skills, which they've outlined here. As you mouse over them, you can see which ones are which and what they mean. So you have your administration. Of course, that means you can take care of more things. You have your military, which makes you more capable of space battles. You have diplomacy, which is obviously clearly going to help you with your negotiations with other people. Security helps you kind of keep secrets and things away from other people, keep your houses from sharing stuff that you shouldn't. And then finally you have technology, which is just going to help in your ability to contribute to the technology score. So we're going to keep going. Further information, you can also look to see all this stuff here. Great thing about this entire guided tour and all the UI is that all the UI elements can be dragged and stuff. So we can look to see what our reputation is, why our reputation is 21, and then why our happiness is a little bit lower because unfortunately it looks like Oaks Goodman died, and Oaks Goodman was my niece, and she died at 3, so that's awful. Yeah, I'd be sad about that too. So here we go. We talk about our colonies. So this is my colony. This is the colony that I currently control. All right, so I can click on it, mouse over it, whatever. And then as I come out, you can see that I'm part of the Goodman Kingdom. So this is my particular colony that I am the Baron of. And then, of course, the Goodman Kingdom itself, I am the Duke of. So you can see it right here. And then we are part of a league, right? So sometimes some factions are independent. These are shown on the map in a single color. So this is a single colored map here, or a single colored faction. And then some of are part of a larger political union called a league, and those are shown on the map in stripes, which we are striped here, right? So we are part of the Singleton Dominion, which means they are ruled by an Archon, which is Mira Singleton here. And we are basically their vassal, right? So we work for them, or work for her, I should say. And so here it is. The political pyramid here is that barons rule individual colonies. Barons swear allegiance to a duke who rules the faction. And then the faction can be sworn to secrecy or sworn to, basically vassalage through the Archon or to an Archon. So they rule leagues of factions. So you can click here to see this represented. This is pretty cool. So yeah, the baron rules, one particular colony. Then your duke owns this grouping of colonies, and then you have an Archon that can rule a grouping of groups. So yeah, basically an Archon has a lot more power, a lot more holdings. So very good stuff. I like that you can actually see that visually now. Some star systems do not have a tooltip, and their name is only shown if you zoom in close enough, and these are never colonized by humanity, and they can no longer ever be. So we don't have the technology to make this something we could colonize one day. So we don't interact with those. As a duke, you are head of a noble household. Physically, your household is part of the colony that you own. In it resides the family members that are dependent on you and that help you manage your affairs. All right, so you can either see it's clicking on your faction on the map or clicking on the house's flag next to your portrait. So let's go and click on the Goodman Kingdom here. Inheritance. One of the most important characters in your house is Duke Heir Ty Goodman. They will inherit your household and the territory that it rules when your character dies. Duke Alvin Goodman. So when that happens, you will continue playing the game as Duke Heir Ty Goodman. And then your goal is to make your house the most powerful house in the galaxy by expanding your empire through conquest and political intrigue. You can see your progress in the victory window. Of course, we are on turn 0, so we're not going to be able to see much of that. So we'll end this turn to continue. Your son has celebrated his coming of age. Yay. That makes him happy. And then my wife is pregnant. Awesome. So characters have emotional reactions to events. The icons under your character's portrait show that you are pleased. You can mouse over them to see the individual emotions. So we can mouse over these. All right, so we're expecting children. So that's good. That makes us happy. Yay. Happiness is important for your characters. It allows you to take more actions, makes you more fun to be around, and increases your effectiveness at various tasks. So good. All right. My happiness is pretty high. As a result of the happiness caused, you feel warmer towards Duke Consort Trisha Goodman, which is my wife. If you mouse over their portrait, a bar appears under your portrait showing your opinion of them. All right, so I see that. If you are not mousing over any character, bars under portrait show the character's opinion of you. So my opinion, their opinion is that, I guess they like me. So let's go over here and drag it over here and see what this means. All right, cool. So yeah, their opinion. So my opinion of Duke Consort Trisha Goodman is 32. I guess that's good, but you can see how it's dropped down. Of course, you know, we're in love and we're expecting a child, so that's cool. And she's recently cheerful and her personality is pretty great, so that's good. Oh, cool. You can also come through and it's like a break, you know, a nested tooltip. So I like those. So she's a rule breaker, which means she'll probably cheat on me. She's forgiving and she's satisfied. Okay, well, she's satisfied for now, so she won't cheat on me for now. But all right, cool. So her wife's pregnant. We're happy about that. Sometimes you must pick between one or more choices. In this event, a baron in a nearby faction wants to betray their master and join your faction. This would enlarge your territory, but it comes with a penalty. Before you take this decision, you need to understand reputation. All right. So when you hurt or help someone, usually only that character changes their opinion of you. But some actions will change the opinion of all characters towards you. These widely held opinions are your reputation. So my reputation is pretty good, I guess. 22, I mean, it's positive, so it's not negative. Personality, I'm brave and I'm friendly. So, you know, people like that. The most important part of your reputation is honor. Your society has rules. When you do something you shouldn't, you lose honor. When you go beyond what is expected, you gain honor. The red icons in the first choice show that it is dishonorable and by how much. Mouse over them to see what rule you would break. All right, so I'm not going to respect the sovereignty of a duke over their territory if I say yes. But we're going to accept the offer, so that's cool. All right, so when you act dishonorably towards someone, they get a grievance against you. You can see the list of grievances in the Justice tab on your character panel. So over here, we can list who's got grievances. All right, so yeah, I mean, I'm about to annex this thing from you. So, all right, so by accepting Baroness Ryo Becker's betrayal, you have given Duke Camille Han a partial justification for declaring war. Fortunately, we are stronger than them. Good. Haha. So, Baroness Ryo Becker has broken allegiance with the Han Union and has pledged Lassath to the Goodman Kingdom, delivering justice for the annulment of Isidore Han's marriage, and in retaliation for Baroness Ryo Becker's being she's leaving her duke here because she was fined. That's funny. All right, so during your turn, you can take actions. Actions cost AP, and you're limited in how much you can do by your available AP. While your empire is small, you'll find you have less AP to spare, but you'll get more as you get bigger, I believe. So right-clicking on a portrait, colony, flag, or region on the map brings up the actions you can take that are related to that object. Right-click on your character or another object to see related actions. So we'll right-click here. Yeah, cool. That's easy. I like that. That's a new thing here, so definitely right-click on stuff. Ooh, very good. That makes things much easier. All right, if you prefer, you can bring up the actions related to an object from the highlighted tab on the inspector panel. You can also see the full list of actions by clicking actions. There you go. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Very good. Yeah, they've done a lot of great work with the UI here. That's very good stuff. Some actions also cost money. So as a ruler, you gain money each turn through taxing your vassals. The activities of your house are broken down into 5 areas, and your house has a score in each area. You can mouse over. Yeah, so we talked about this before, right? Technology, security, diplomacy, military, and administration. So For each area, you should assign a member of your house. So we're going to go ahead and assign people to this, and we're going to move this over here. So for technology, actually, let's start with military. Military is probably one of the bigger ones, right? So let's click this out. Don't appoint anybody. We're going to go ahead and try military. Oh, my mother of all people. She's great at military. That's great. All right, so you are now my admiral. And my head of diplomacy can be my brother. That's somebody I can probably trust. And head of security could be my sister-in-law. Or my son. I'd rather my son. My sister-in-law might, you know, she's not bound by blood. And then we have our head of technology. Could be my sister-in-law. Yeah, let's do that. All right, good to go. Cool. So now my entire council has been filled with mostly my family. And then, of course, my sister-in-law, who is not necessarily blood-related. All right, so the family tab shows the characters that are related to you. Your happiness is affected by what happens to your immediate family, and your heirs will inherit your empire when you die. All right, so I better make sure my heirs are good. Nobles that are related to you are much likelier to act in your interest. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're, I guess, if they're at least blood, or maybe even if they're married to me or related to me through marriage, then they're probably going to act in my best interest, usually. As a result, you want to find marriages for your family members that strengthen important political relationships. Your heir has just come of age. Let's find them a partner. Use the arrange marriage action to find a marriage for Duke Heir Ty Goodman. Where are you at, Duke Heir Ty Goodman? There you go. Arrange marriage, act. All right, so choose a partner for my heir. So, of course, I want to find somebody who's probably got some land or something. Baron Heiress Laramie Parker. Now, who is she? She is where are you ruling? You're ruling Tessine. Okay, so where's Tessine? Tessine, there it is. Okay, down here. So, well, she's not ruling it. She's the heiress to this planet. So, I believe if I married into that family, she became, I mean, it could eventually become mine. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so Duke Heir Ty Goodman is now married to Baron Heiress Laramie Goodman. Awesome. So, we lack the knowledge to build new colonies or significantly expand new ones, so there's a limit to how many people we can support. Having a child is the right of every man and woman. Having a second is a luxury that few can afford. Noble families that grow too large generate widespread resentment. So increasing your house size beyond the limit is dishonorable. So we don't want to bring shame to our family. So we don't want to do too much. We don't want to have too many babies. You now have the ability to arrange a marriage for members of your house, divorce their existing marriages, or grant or take away permission from a couple to have children. Man, it's like a communist thing going on here. All right, so Baroness Raubecker charged you with avenging Duke Camille Han's crimes. So she's requesting justice for the following crimes for which Duke Camille Han is accountable. Baroness Raubecker being fined. She's really mad about being fined. And the payments to rebels on Lasath. Oh, okay, so I guess, yeah, I mean, looks like they were funding the rebels over there. So you are obliged to help your vassals punish those who have wronged them. And we have a grievance against their former masters, so we have 2 turns in which to do something with this charge, or you'll be seen as unjust and lose honor. Because Duke Camille Han is a duke, you could ask your master to avenge these grievances, but you are strong enough to take this matter into your own hands, so let's do it. To avenge a grievance, you must punish the criminal in some way. Alright, so any dishonorable act that you commit against the duke will be seen as a punishment for the grievance. Normally, declaring war would be dishonorable, but with the grievance, we can declare war with the excuse of avenging their crime. Waha. Alright, click on Ross 780. So we have power projection. Alright, so it looks like the Goodman Kingdom. I mean, we're doing, like, look, this, as you scroll over these things, I remember, like, one of them is bombers. Okay, bombers, interceptors, and frigates. And compared to what we have here, looks like we are very capable of taking on what they've got. So, yeah, cool. All right, for Ross 780, if all your vassals are loyal and no other rulers get involved, you can protect a stronger fleet than Duke Camille Han. The obligation to avenge your vassal is a wonderful opportunity to use this military advantage and take Ross 780. Right-click on the Han Union and declare war. All right, doing it. We're done. You declared war on the Han Union, delivering justice for the payments to rebels in Lasath. Yeah, you're trying to get the rebels, you know, all up against me and stuff. All right, so you need to choose a commander to lead your fleet at Ross 780. For now, choose yourself. All right, so we'll choose Decapitate. Master tactic. Plus 25% chance commander dies when count. Oh my god. All right, you have taken personal command of House Goodman's forces at Ross 780. So Alvin Goodman now has the trait assigned to fleet. Yeah, well, that makes sense. So click call on Lasath to call Baroness Ryo Becker to arms. All right, there you go. Call. So then we're going to join the attack myself and ask for the remainder of our vassals to do so as well. So we're going to call and we're going to call. And everybody came to my side, but the Baron here, this Baron refused Duke Camille Han's call to arms. I feel like that might cause issues. There's a little internal stuff going on. All right, so cool. I want to try this decapitate. It sounds awful. It sounds super mean. All right, so I've taken them out hard. So I rolled a 10 to their 1. Let's do overwhelming blitz. Okay, whoops, gotta push okay first. Overwhelming blitz. And I rolled a 0. That's cool. So let's see what... Okay, let's take a look to see what the difference is, right? So push means plus 15% to damage dealt by... These are interceptors, right? Or frigates, okay. I've got a lot of frigates, so I should do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I rolled a 50. And I would have destroyed 45 of their bombers. Good lord. Alright, Duke Camille Han has been injured in combat. Sorry. Sucks to be you, buddy. As expected, the Goodman Kingdom defeated the fleet of Han King Union and Ross 780. As is expected, your forces have defeated the smaller armada of the Han Union. Cool, so it's got a nice little breakdown. And we actually reduced the infrastructure level of Ross 780 by 1 as a result. So I've conquered it. And now I have to figure out who's going to be ruling it. Having conquered Ross 780, you now have to choose who rules as your vassal. You can leave Baron Camille Han in place, but they're unlikely to be loyal. I wouldn't do that. Alright, so you can see that... you can see that for many candidates, choosing them would be a favor, but unfortunately it would also be dishonorable. Because they probably don't have a right to it. Yeah, because... Baron Camille Han has a rightful claim to be the ruler of 780, Ross 780, and those candidates do not. However, you do have a candidate that has also has a claim. Okay, cool. Where's that one? Here we go. Cool. All right. So a claim is the widespread acceptance that a character or faction is the rightful ruler or master of a territory. Claim is reduced to dishonor of war or rebellion. All right. So Sir Kenneth McCon has a claim to rule Ross 780. All right. So then this will be great. So there's no dishonorable anything, and we get rid of Camille Han there, and you raised Baron Kenneth McCon to power as the ruler of Ross 780. And we've conquered the Han Union. The remnants of the Han Union fragmented. Yeah, I figured because they didn't come to their defense, so there was probably some stuff going on. So you have annexed Ross 780 illegally. Okay, the Goodman Kingdom does not have a strong owning to claim Ross 780. I thought we did. I thought we got that one guy. Irrespective of whether the new ruler of Ross 780 has a claim to rule it, annexing a system into your faction is dishonorable if your faction doesn't have a claim to own it. We'll see later how you may go about acquiring owning claims for future conquests. Okay, so I didn't have a claim as the kingdom, but I had the one guy who had a claim. So appointing him as the ruler wasn't dishonorable, but my attack on the sovereignty here was dishonorable. I get it. You can now declare war on other factions and attack systems. Note that while we are going through the guided portion of the scenario, other dukes will not attack you. Well, that's cool. Members of your house can be assigned a task that provide a variety of benefits. Let's trigger one to see how it works. Mintaka is a potential target for future conquest. For right now, our chances of conquering it in a straight fight are not very high. Right-click on Mintaka and use Plan Attack. Let's do that. Oops, didn't want to do that. We'll go over here and we'll act. Alright, so now we have to assign somebody who's good at it, and my mother will be the best at that, so let's go ahead and do that. Now the assignment is underway. It is listed in your members tab on your house. From here you can see the assignment, recall your house member, or ask them to travel. You now have access to the Plan Attack assignment, and the turn when you're ready to begin. So here, under my house, you can see it says assignments and then now plan attack. And I could cancel it if I wanted to. Alright, cool. So a character has traveled to Aludra. They're here because they're working on an assignment for House Baron. This is not necessarily to our disadvantage, but you should keep a close eye on visitors. If you do not like the look of Baron, you can arrest them. This is dishonorable unless you have a grievance or you are at war. Your house's members could also get arrested, so be careful where you send them. Okay. I feel like House Baron is... Hold on a second. Yeah, learn new combat. Cool. Let's zoom out here for a second. Yeah, that's... Yeah, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. That's what it is. One of their guys is coming over here to Aludra. Where's Aludra? Oh, that's my home planet here. Maybe they're trying to plan an attack there. So the game's assignments and actions are now going to gradually unlock as we introduce them. Feel free to experiment with unlocked actions before clicking next in these messages. Your income comes primarily from your colony and your vassals. You have 3 main tools to increase it. You improve your infrastructure, which increases the economic output of a colony and the maximum size of its fleets. You can assist tax collection, which will increase the efficiency of tax collection from a vassal. Or you can raise the tax level of your empire. But this will also reduce your vassal's opinions of you. As a result of collateral damage or neglect, a colony's ability may lose the ability to sustain basic life support, and the colony has to be abandoned. If you amass enough wealth, it is possible to patch up an abandoned colony and bring it back to life using the Rebuild Colony assignment. So, the one I'm about to plan to attack has deteriorated to the point where it can no longer sustain human habitation. Alright, so stop plan attack on Mintaka. Alright, well. Alright, so you can manipulate the political hierarchy in the following ways. You can depose an existing vassal and replace them with another character. This is normally dishonorable. You can grant independence to a vassal. You can lead a rebellion against your master. This is normally dishonorable. And if you are independent, you can offer vassalage to an independent duke or archon to become their subject. The following assignments help you manage your military position. Improve defenses increases fleet strength. Rebuild fleet increases the rate at which a colony's fleet is replenished. Shift fleet composition lets you modify the primary ship type of a fleet. And hide fleet movements reduces the chance of losing surprise when adding a colony's fleet in the combat build-up phase. Oh, cool. All right. Apart from doing things that make them happy, you have 2 tools to manage your relationship with others. Improve relations, which is, of course, probably does what it says, and hosting a feast in someone's honor will increase their opinion of you and perhaps your reputation as well. Okay, cool. So reduce the dishonor of declaring war. You need a justification. Claims work nicely, but it can be hard to find the right claimant. You can argue and bribe your way into a claim on a colony with the acquire claim assignment. The commoners that live and work in the colonies are not always content with their lot in life and may rebel. The rebellion risk panel for Aludra shows the probability of rebellion against its ruler and why. So we can quell unrest. Assignment will reduce the unrest. Or conversely, we can create unrest, which will attempt to destabilize a colony. It also creates a secret. So secrets are certain actions. Okay, so certain actions create secrets. Each turn there is a small chance that other characters will discover one of your secrets. If you know a secret, you can reveal it publicly, and this will usually impact the reputation of who created it. So cover up secret assignment makes the secret harder to find, and spy network assignment increases your chance of discovering other secrets. Alright, so you can hurt your enemies in ways that do not involve military fleets. You can defame by spreading lies about a character and make them appear dishonorable, or you can assassinate, yes, which can get rid of a troublesome character for you. So, and then you can use protect. So we can improve the security score of our house by using protect, and that, of course, probably helps me from getting, or keeps me from getting assassinated. My mother's very ill. Characters can fall ill, making them significantly less effective at their tasks. Your house's technology score improves the health of your house's member, and you can use the medical care assignment to provide targeted care. So we have a vassal limit. If you have more direct vassals than your house can support, you'll get a penalty to AP and income. You can increase the limit by improving House Goodman's score in admin and tech, improving Aludra's infrastructure, improve your income, or using the monitor vassals assignment. What does that do? Does it say? No, it doesn't. An independent duke or archon can also form vassal factions and transfer colonies to vassal dukes, reducing the number of direct vassals. Alright, so the game will highlight issues or suggestions that you may want to tackle here. What's going on here? The following members of your house have not been given an assignment, so a lot of people haven't been given an assignment and they want one. The following houses members have not been married. I gotta marry my mom off. You were quite popular amongst your rulers. Perhaps it's time to consider raising their taxes. I don't think so. I don't want to be unpopular. And you can expand your empire by pressing or championing the following claims. Good lord, that's a word. The Goodman Kingdoms claim to own Gleesy 687. My claim to own Lucida, and my claim to own Sigma Draconis. Where are those? Oh my god, they're all right here. So they're all part of the Kelly colonies here. Okay, cool. So the game will now fully unlock. If you keep playing the scenario, we will show you some additional messages from time to time. If you prefer, you can start a new game from the main menu and customize your starting character and position. Have fun, dominate. We're just going to keep playing with this one, all right? So we've had a good look at this guided tour, gotten a good understanding of how this game plays. First of all, we do want to, before we move on, I want to maybe, let's see how I can do this. I got to get my mom some help. So let's go give her some medical attention. She's sick. So my brother with a 43 effectiveness will help her out. So yeah, if she's not feeling well, we need to make sure she feels better. So wait, Leyland, what was Leyland doing? I don't think he was doing anything. So let's send him. All right. So we're going to make sure that Mama gets help. And we might want to start pressing these claims, right? So like we have these claims on all of these planets here. And maybe we start... Let's see what we do here. So let's plan an attack. I mean, I guess my mother-in-law, or my daughter-in-law would have to do it because my mother is sick. So let's do that. And yes, so we'll travel there and start planning an attack because of course we want to increase our holdings, but we don't have much in the way of, wait, so I wonder how many holdings you can have. Is that something I can see by looking at him somewhere? I mean, I know I can have that many vassals, so I guess that would be a vassal as well. So yeah, another baron would be another vassal. So I can have one more, which means after that I'd start having to split part of my kingdom up. So yeah, okay, alright, so we've got a good base of what's going on with this game. And we're going to start all the drama and manipulation and backstabbing and crazy, weird marriage stories and things like that with our next episode. So stick around. Let's see what happens. I'm excited to see how things have shaped up with Star Dynasties. Like I said, I have really been watching this for some time. I've been playing it for a couple years. The UI is so improved. I cannot, like, just everything with the ability to, like, right-click things and do things from there. It feels much easier to use and get around. So the plan of this game, the idea is to be the most powerful Dominion in this game, you know, or yeah, I guess it would be Dominion, or I guess I'm always called the Goodman Kingdom. So just the most powerful, you know, faction is probably the best word. So yeah, the idea is just to kind of gobble up what I can through diplomatic maneuvering and war and stuff like that. So I think the best bet is to not be dishonorable. So even though we're planning an attack, we might not actually ever do that, but it might be a good idea to start, you know, maneuvering in ways that, like, of course, with our marriage to the heiress here, that might end up working out for me, because I'd imagine if the heiress becomes part of my family, then Ticine would be part of my holdings there. So great stuff. We're going to keep playing, so come on back for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, this is Rob from eXplore. Keep exploring.